You're watching the Rotoscopers YouTube. My name is Chelsea Robson.
And I'm Morgan Stradling.
So today we are talking about Cinderella, the Diamond Edition.
Woohoo! So Cinderella is probably one of Walt's greatest animated masterpieces. I love it. This is one of your classic princess tales.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it talks about a girl who literally rises from the ashes. Get it? Cinderella.
Classic.
Yeah. So essentially she lives this hard life where her dad has died, a stepmother comes in, she's banished to be nothing but a maid in her own home, and still she has an optimistic, cheery attitude through the whole thing.
Something we can all learn from.
You know, and people really criticize Cinderella as being very passive and letting other people, you know, do everything for her and like waiting for her prince. But I mean, I think there's something to be said about being classy, being elegant and graceful, which everything Cinderella is. Like, she doesn't complain. She has a great attitude. I think Cinderella is one of the most admirable Disney princesses. So, yes, end Morgan rant on princess. So this movie's really good. Cinderella, you know, she wants to go to the ball to meet the prince because I don't get this prince, but apparently
He's a big deal.
Yeah, he's a big deal, but he doesn't care about continuing the royal bloodline. He's like, let's just invite every girl, I don't care what her pedigree is, invite her and I will marry her.
It's not him, it's the dad.
I know, the dad is so desperate to have a grandchild that who cares if he marries a princess? Just any girl, I don't care, as long as she...
Whatever. Let's work with what we got.
So it's funny, the king is hilarious, there's lots of really good characters in this.
Yeah.
I mean, Lady Tremaine is just a horrifying, evil
and awesome.
Villainous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she's so good. Just like, oh, when it gets dark and you just see her green
Ooh.
eyes.
And then she's like, and the tapestries, and the da-da-da.
Yes.
It's like, evil!
I said, if. Oh, if. And let's not forget Anastasia and Drusilla, who are fantastic evil stepsisters because they're just mean and horrible. I mean, I guess you grow up and your little sister is your maid. You really don't care that she's your stepsister. But yeah, they're just really mean to Cinderella. And they have some great lines like, sing, sweet nightingale.
Sing.
Yeah. I always love that part.
I know. And then you get Cinderella who's like, oh, swing, sweet nightingale.
Seriously, all the music lessons in the world won't make those two girls sing any better.
I know.
You got Cinderella here who's like cleaning and doing like heavy labor and still singing perfectly on key.
Yeah.
It's great.
Why else would they hate her?
Yeah,
she's got everything.
So, you know, Cinderella, she creates a new dress and then they tear it apart and her fairy godmother comes to save the day and creates a magic carriage for her, a wonderful gown, and lets her spend the evening with the prince until midnight. So, very fun movie, and I mean, everyone knows the story of Cinderella, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything, personally. I mean, if you haven't seen Cinderella and you're watching this, like, I feel really sad for you. Like, buy it. Yeah. I mean, don't even watch the rest, just go buy it.
Yeah. For me, I also think that this is one of the very first instigations of the random sidekick characters as well.
Yes, that is a problem with this movie, is that Cinderella really isn't on screen all that long.
No.
It's like
it's Gus Gus.
It's Gus Gus and Jack, and you know, there's a story about them and they're going off and they're getting the pearls and the sash, and I'm like, well, what happened to like Cinderella, the person that the movie is named after that we care about? So like, I really think that really holds this movie back because it's like there's these two different worlds going on, and I don't care about them. Like, they're funny, whatever, but I care about Cinderella. Like,
yeah, but she couldn't have done anything else, though. Because she's just an all good-hearted girl, and she's just going to suffer through it, type thing.
I suppose.
Sucks to be her. Oh, man.
So, the features. As we know, Disney hasn't necessarily been the best about their Blu-ray features, but I think they're sort of learning from their mistakes because there were some okay ones on this. The most notable was the Tangled Ever After short, which I really didn't feel was very cohesive with Cinderella. I mean, shouldn't it have been on Tangled? So I understand that Tangled Ever After wasn't released by the time the Tangled Blu-ray was released, but, I mean, it just feels really sort of, like, tacked on. Like, they just really wanted to get it on something so people could watch it. I mean, they need to do what Pixar does and do, like, collections of their shorts, you know? But, I don't know, so I thought that was kind of weird. So that's a good story, but nothing relating to Cinderella. And there's actually the best features on this movie come directly from their old releases of Cinderella, from, like, the Platinum Edition,
The thing is, like, there's how much more can you get from a movie that's 60 years old?
Exactly. So, I mean, there's not really that much they can add. They add some, you know, they have some alternate openings, deleted scenes and songs. And so those are a must for every DVD. Especially an animated film. I know those exist, and so I was really happy to see those on there. There was a featurette about Mary O'Connor called Real Life Fairy Godmother, and she was the real life inspiration for the Godmother. She wasn't the actor, but they based the look and style off her. So she did live action footage, and they didn't rotoscope it, but they used her for reference. Right. And so you got to hear her story and her side.
That's cool.
Kind of funny because, I mean, most of the actors aren't really around anymore, and so they just have these like random people who are still surviving, you know, and so that was really cool to see. I know it is really sad. I would love to see a director commentary on all these really old movies, but it will never be.
That would be Walt.
So there's also a short film about a French shoe designer named Christian Louboutin, who is a real shoe designer, and it's a little short film where he plays a Parisian cobbler who's making a modern-day glass slipper, which you can actually buy these butterfly and Swarovski crystal-encrusted pumps. Yes, you can buy these for $1,960.
Chump change.
Oh, yeah. They're actually, like, really ugly.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. So, you know, then there's, of course, games for the kiddos, which I didn't play because they're not actually ever really that fun. Yeah. So this was an okay attempt by Disney, and I liked it. And, of course, there's the shameless self-promotion of the new Fantasyland in Disney World, which is essentially has nothing to do with Cinderella other than the fact that this is the new place that the face character will call home. So they're just trying to push the parks. Yeah. I don't blame them.
So if you want to check out this movie, you can head on down to our link down at the bottom, Amazon.com. You can buy it straight from there. Mm-hmm. It's the same price to you and a lot of help to us.
Definitely. We love Cinderella. Cinderella is awesome. This is a classic. Oh, I didn't talk about the Blu-ray. The conversion to Blu-ray, like I was kind of worried, I guess. Like, how can they make animation better? But really, watching this on Blu-ray just makes the animation come to life. Like, it's a lot brighter and cleaner a little bit. So it's really cool. Like, I watched it and I was like, wow. Why would I not watch this on Blu-ray? Because it was really cool. So definitely, if you can get a Blu-ray, get it on DVD. That's just as good. Mm-hmm. So this is a buy it. So thanks for watching. Until next time,
we are the Rotoscopers.